Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, this message is for the future warriors. And you heard it right, future warriors, not future warriors, but future warriors. Of course, the idea is to turn it around so that you are a warrior, present day and future. But this is for those of you who worry too much about future. It's like you're here, you're in the now, you're in this moment, but you're concerned about what's going to happen next month. How are you going to pay this bill next month? How are you going to get back and forth next month? What are you going to eat next month? What are you going to do next month? There's a lot of people out here who are worried and not staying in the present moment enough. There's a lot of changes that's happening, especially with the chosen seed. You might find that you're in that season because we're all on different timelines. You might be in that season where things are chaotic. It's a lot of upheaval. It's a lot of changes that's happening in your life, and it feels unstable. It feels, kind of scary because you're uncertain about where this is taking you or why these things are happening. But consider that you have prayed. You've prayed for certain changes to happen in your life. Many of you prayed to be guided towards your purpose. You prayed to be guided towards a good spouse, a good work relationship. You've prayed to have more abundance in your life. And so some of you might be saying, well, I prayed for all of that, but it seems like my current circumstances is giving me the exact opposite. Well, it's only because when you ask for certain things and you ask for like major shifts in your life, then that means major upheaval must happen to clear the pathway. We ask for things, and sometimes you might have in your mind that it's going to look a particular way. But the Most High Mother and Father never misses. Like, they clearly understand what you need and what's best for you. Some of you are not even asking for anything other than peace, right? You might be asking for peace of mind. If you're asking for peace, but you're surrounded by toxicity, then upheaval has to happen to clear whatever is bringing the toxicity into your life. So you might end up getting into arguments that catapults a friend out of your life. You might find out something about a current spouse that catapults that person up out of your life. You might end up going to work and somehow they say, hey, we're laying off a few people, and it could be you that's on that list, but you didn't really like that job anyway. So you go through all of these different changes and you're not, it feels uncomfortable. So in that moment, you see it as a punishment. You see it as, what did I do wrong? What did I do to call this karma? But you don't always want to see uncomfortable situations as being karma. Sometimes uncomfortable situations, they're just happening to push you into that place of comfort that you prayed for. So it's very important to stop being a future worrier and be a present day warrior. You want to get into the present day moment of being that spiritual warrior where you are declaring and decreeing and, casting out any internal things that could be blocking you from acceptance and just going with the flow of however the Most High, your spiritual team, is navigating and moving things around on your behalf. You want to, become that spiritual warrior that's manifesting and co-creating and putting those visions out there of what you want the future to look like, not worried about what you don't want the future to look like. Because if you're constantly worried about next month, by the time next month gets here, you'll already be prepared to worry about the following month because you have manifested another month of worry because the previous month, that's all you spent your time doing. If you dread the first of the month because that's when all of your bills are due and you're in your head, how am I going to pay these bills? Where am I going to get the money from? I don't have this. I don't have that. Then you are manifesting an additional month of worry. Every month you're preparing yourself. It's almost like the first becomes a trigger point for you. Just the thought of the first of the month becomes a trigger point, and suddenly you go into lack mentality and scarcity mindset. You have to switch that around. Start visualizing well before the first. You should stay in the present moment at all times as much as you can, creating and visualizing a future that you desire. If you're going to time travel into the future, make sure it's in alignment with what you want. But if you haven't been able to train your mind just yet to have the dominant thoughts to be positive, if you haven't been able to train your mind to do that just yet, because it does take time, then stay in the now. What can you appreciate in this present moment? What can you give thanks for in this present moment? And I'm sure that if you really thought about it, you can come up with a whole lot of things if you don't just look at it for what you have in terms of material things. Think about, giving thanks for the breath of life, giving thanks for a new day to experience life, giving thanks for the people that you do have in your life that you love, giving thanks for the another day to learn to love yourself more. Go outside, give thanks for the experience of just being in nature, knowing that the most beautiful things are for free. Abundance is all around you. And so it's so many different reasons to give thanks in the present moment. And the more that you do that, your vibrations begin to rise higher and higher until you expand so much that you outgrow your current situation. And it's like you end up calling forth and magnetizing to you all of those things that you've been praying for and more. So this has to become a lifestyle of checking yourself often. Stop being a future worrier and become a present day warrior. That's my message for you all. Just a little bit of encouragement. I love you. If you want a private reading or any of my other services, email me and I'll talk to you all next time.